Hello, food lovers and change makers. Welcome to another savory episode of Just Talking with Chef Lou. I'm your host, Chef Lou Smith, stirring the pot of conversation with inspiring guests and flavorful stories. Today, we're turning our spotlight to an incredible organization that's making a significant difference right here in our community, A Need We Feed. This amazing group has been at the forefront of combating hunger and spreading culinary kindness to those in need. Joining us at the kitchen table today is Mr. Mark Blackwell, the president of A Need We Feed, and we're here to have him share his heartwarming and impactful journey of this organization and their community work and how they change lives one meal at a time. So grab a snack, and while we're at the kitchen table here, let's talk with Mr. Blackwell on Just Talking with Chef Lou. Mark?
Thank you, Lou.
Thank you very much
Appreciate
for
you
joining
having
us
me.
here today. I mean, I know you, but anyone who doesn't, let's get them to know you a little better.
Sure.
Or at all. So give us a little something on how it all happened. What was the genesis of A Need We Feed, and what's the mission of your organization?
So our mission is to provide meals to the less fortunate in Ocean County right now, looking to expand down the road, but there's a lot more people to feed at home in Ocean County where we're at. We feed veterans, homeless, people just less fortunate, people down on their luck. There's really no guidelines. If people need a meal, we're here to help them. We started almost by mistake in 2012, right after Hurricane Sandy. The Bowery Island was shut down.
Yeah.
Seaside Heights, Lavalette, Ortley, as you know, was hit hard.
Yeah.
And our past president ran into some first responders in a local restaurant, and they were eating by themselves, and he got to talking to them about what they were doing for Thanksgiving. They're away from their families. What are you guys doing? They said, we're not doing anything. We're just going to be eating in the barracks on the island. And he's like, no, you're not. You're coming to my house to
Wow.
have Thanksgiving is kind of how it started. So ended up being, it was Thanksgiving for those two guys and about 300 of his friends.
Wow.
And so Cliff had reached out to Chef Mike, Chef Mike's ABG.
AB&G,
Yep,
yeah.
So they were the founders
He's
way
an
back
OG,
in
by the way,
2020.
yeah.
Yeah, he's the OG. So they put together a plan to feed all these people out of Cliff's garage. And they put together a plan. They got some chefs involved, and we got donations from restaurants, bakeries, a lot
Everyone
of
stepped up. at
purveyors,
Sandy, yeah.
just people
I
dropping
recall.
off hams, turkeys. You know,
Yeah.
everything was donated.
It was a great time for humanity. That part of it.
Yeah,
you know
people
what I mean?
really stepped up. So the original plan was to bring the meals over to the Bowery Island and feed all these people on the Bowery Island. We couldn't get over there, though. They shut down the bridge, and you couldn't get over there unless you were a first responder. So Cliff made a few phone calls, and a fire truck came in front of his house, and they
Yeah.
loaded up the fire truck
Became
with
first
500
responders,
meals
yeah.
or whatever it was, and they drove the meals over to the
Yeah,
island
you got to
and,
do stuff. That's
and
beautiful.
fed everybody that
And it
way.
hasn't stopped since.
It hasn't
How'd
stopped
you
since.
how'd you get your personal involvement?
There was a post on Facebook about what they were doing. They were providing a Thanksgiving meal to the first responders. So I reached out to Cliff. I work for Stop and Shop Supermarket, so I have a lot of connections with the food.
How many of those markets do you have?
We have about 400 stores in the Northeast, but we're part of a larger organization, Ahold Delhaize, so we're basically worldwide.
So you had some power behind you.
Yeah, well, not behind me, but the company has
The
a lot of
company,
power.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
yeah, and I know a lot of local guys, Liberty Coke, Pepsi, Gold Medal, bakeries. So I reached out to a lot of my contacts to see if they'd like to get involved. No strings attached,
Yeah.
just, if they want to help out in a local community. And
It's big
I
corporate
was-
helping out
Yeah.
the little guy, and that's great. And they
yeah,
stepped
so
up.
they were delivering me goods, and I would load up the back of my old Mazda pickup I had at the time, and I was dropping them off in the back of Cliff's garage. Coke, Pepsi, made 2 or 3 trips, and so that's kind of how I got involved because I had some connections in the food industry.
Is there any way that you can quantify like how many families or people that you've impacted over the years? Because that's a long time of just helping people.
Yeah, I mean, I did some quick math before I got here, and it's almost 250,000 meals that we've provided if you
a
go
lot.
way back. Yeah,
That's a lot.
Our first feeding that we did after Thanksgiving, that was probably about 500 meals I think we brought over to the island. But then, you asked how we got started, right?
Yeah.
So after Thanksgiving, this was just a one-time deal. There was no long-term,
Right.
just a bunch of people got together to provide Thanksgiving meals.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of weeks went by, and Cliff reached out, "Hey, do you guys want to do this again for Christmas?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in."
Only natural.
So
Yeah,
we
they were
did
still
it all
there.
over
Yeah,
again.
they were still there. That was a
Yep.
mess. Yeah.
So Cafe Italia over on Route 37, they offered the restaurant to us
Yeah, that's pretty great.
on Christmas morning.
Enzo, I think.
Yeah, Enzo.
Yeah.
Him and his wife offered the restaurant Christmas morning. So we went in
Wow.
there and actually set up a line. Chef Mike's,
Yeah.
no different than you.
Yeah, that's
that's
great.
that's
No,
not
my-
my
like you
gig. That's
said,
his gig.
yeah.
I'm good at getting the meals, but
Yeah,
he
made
got
it
all
happen,
the chefs
right?
and made it happen. Yeah. So we had an assembly line. We have videos on our website of that going on Facebook. So we provided 800 meals for that Christmas. And then after the Christmas feeding, same thing, we brought them over to the Barrier Island for Hurricane Sandy. And then after that, we decided, let's do Easter. But it wasn't for, by then Sandy was kind of over, Barrier Island was up and running, so we just decided to
Power
do
anyway, right?
Yeah.
Still a lot of mess.
Yeah,
I'm sure,
so we still did 800 to 1,000 meals, if I recall, back in 2000, that's 2013 for Easter. And that was just reaching out to local organizations and people in need in the community. And that's how we really got involved in feeding the community outside of Hurricane Sandy.
Yeah. I mean, it evolved.
It
It
evolved.
changed, and
Yeah.
and again, if anything ever popped up, if there was any time another event like that, a Need We Feed is jumping right in there.
Yeah, no
there's
doubt,
no
yeah.
there's no buts about it. You have a lot of, like, you had Stop and Shop. You have other big companies that you work with to kind of assist you along the way, or is there any other collaborations or partnerships?
Not with not with big companies, but it's some of the local the vendors that I work with at work. They've been there year in and year out. They're all on our website, needwefeed.org. If you go to Partners
that?
with a Purpose on our website, they're all listed.
needwefeed.org.
needwefeed.org.
Check that out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Partners with a Purpose page has all of the organizations that have helped us donate over the year. Like I said, Liberty Coke, Gold Medal, Bimbo Bakeries.
Those are big guys,
Those
yeah.
are some big guys. And
A
anytime,
lot of little companies step up too. A lot of little guys. The mom and pops
Sure,
want
yeah.
to chip in. And,
Absolutely.
And there were some programs that were out with the state, and that helped with the little guy too. And so that was some of the challenges of COVID.
Sure.
And you guys, stepped right in there and made a huge difference.
Yeah, when
during
COVID came around, it was kind of right in our wheelhouse.
Yeah.
We were already now purchasing meals from restaurants because now we've grown 10 years. We have a
Yeah,
lot of
you
big
already had the
fundraisers.
system in place.
We generated some incomes where we could purchase the meals from restaurants rather than us cooking and preparing them, so we can make things happen faster and feed people every single week rather than 4 times a year, which is what we did for the first 4 or 5 years. We were just doing Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, and a summer barbecue. So it was only 4 times a year. So we've evolved to feeding people not just once a week, but throughout the week.
Weekly. Yeah, weekly. I mean, I can tell you this. We're all in this. It's a big little community.
It is.
And
that's how we met, right?
Yeah, and that's how we met. And I had my eyes in Ocean County, and you guys were definitely a muse for us.
Sure,
know?
yep.
And we're proud to say that we align ourselves and try to cover a lot of ground. If I can't do something, and we would definitely rely on a Need We Feed or vice versa. And we actually support each other, which is a great feeling. And I appreciate everything that a Need We Feed has started off and has evolved too. And,
Yeah, and we appreciate what you do and the partnership that you've given us going back, I guess 3 or 4 years with the first golf outing.
Yeah,
right?
no,
So,
we're
yeah.
proud to say that the Chef Lou's Army has, I think, we're $30,000 into a Need We Feed, and that's fantastic. We're proud of that. Do you have a problem with volunteer engagement, or is there a lot? Is just too much? Is it because right now, we're trying. It's something that you got to kind of, so many people want to do so much, and you got to kind of wrangle that up together. Is it a challenge at sometimes?
Not really a challenge. We have a huge core of volunteers, and I got to tell you, when volunteers join our organization, they don't leave. They never leave.
Why would they, right?
We
It
have
feels
people
good.
from day one, Thanksgiving 2012, that are still with us.
Wow.
No different than myself and a lot of
Wow.
our officers and board members. Our volunteers are our organization.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah, and whenever I have a chance to meet with the volunteers on a Wednesday, when we do our feedings at the Toms River Elks, I always talk about our volunteers. They run the organization. They're the face of our organization. They deliver the meals to people's houses. I'm not in need. We feed. Our officers aren't. We're
Right.
behind the scenes making things happen.
Sure.
And we're all volunteers, by the way. But they're the face of the organization, and every single fundraiser, they are there for us.
Speaking of fundraisers, what do you have? What do you have lined up for the year? I know you have some big events. I know off the top of my head, you have the casino night. It's a really big night every year.
Yeah, Casino Night's one of our staple events. I think we're in our 7th, 8th year, whatever it is, with the Casino Night. That's on March 2nd.
How's that work? What's casino night?
So Casino Night is it's kind of you're gambling with funny money. Not funny in that way, but you're not gambling with real money.
Right.
You make a donation. You get X amount of chips
Right.
To donate with. You can purchase additional chips, and there's a power hour where if you buy X amount of chips, you get more chips that hour.
Brilliant.
So at the end of you have the normal casino setup. You have you have blackjack, you have five card, you have roulette, you have craps. So it looks like you walk into a casino room. We have it all decorated.
Yeah.
So it's a really fun night. People get dressed up like they're going
You
to
have
Atlantic
dealers,
City.
all good
Yeah,
dealers,
yeah. It's professional dealers.
Wow.
These guys are great.
So you gotta make time for that one. That's a good night out.
Mark.
You're gambling, and you're helping. How does it work with the money? So the money all goes to zero winner? Is there a cash winner?
No, there's not a winner.
Okay.
So it's going to
Everybody's winning. That
Everybody's a winner. Yeah. The need we feed's the big winner, and the people we feed are really the winners in the end. But it's at B2 Bistro in Bayville.
March
2nd.
2nd.
Beautiful location on the water, as everybody knows.
It is beautiful.
The newly renovated place. And we've done casino night there a few times. During the remodel, we pulled away for a year because we didn't know if the timing was going to work with the remodel.
Right.
But we're going back this year because people really loved it and it was a great turnout. But to answer your question, at the end of the night, you turn in all your chips.
Right.
And then that turns into lottery tickets, 50-50 tickets.
Oh, okay.
And-
Almost like a drawing.
And drawing. And there's gift baskets. So now it turns into a gift auction at the end of the night. So the more chips you win, the more tickets you get for the gift auction.
Oh, that's good. That's another dimension to the night.
Right,
That's
exactly.
pretty good stuff.
So then at the end of the night, you call the winners of each gift basket, no different than, at a golf outing, whatever.
Wingman planning water. It's really good stuff.
Nothing better.
So that's a good night. March 2nd. Put that on your calendar. What else you have?
Really fun night.
I know you do. You're going to be at the outing.
I'm going to be at your golf outing.
Yeah. That's April 22nd.
This is our 4th year,
Yeah,
right?
fourth year together.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah.
Manasquan River, our 4th year. We'll get into that in a minute.
We have an Icarus brewing event. This will be our second one with Icarus.
I always want to know how they pronounce it. Now I know.
Icarus,
So,
yeah.
okay.
Outstanding
Tom's
beer.
River?
No, they're building. So right now they're in the Lakewood Industrial Park.
Okay.
They're really the OGs in the local brewery.
Yeah, they've been
business.
around for a
Yeah,
while.
exactly.
So you partnered up with them.
We partnered with them for the first time this past fall, and we're going to be partnering with them again in spring. But they're building a new location in Brick on Route 88. I believe it's the old Rudy's Restaurant Supply location.
yeah.
They bought that place.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really. I believe they knocked it down and built a whole new building. It looks great. They posted some pictures on Facebook.
Well, it must be a good business for them.
Yeah,
because
they're doing well.
Yeah.
But they give back to the community. A lot of a lot of these local breweries and distilleries. They give back. But B2 Burger, Burger 25.
Yeah,
There we go. I got B2 in the line.
She's the best.
Yeah, Burger
we
25.
have her here next Friday.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. They do a lot to help us out.
Family.
They are.
That's a family-run business.
We do a lot with them. They support our organization.
Yeah.
We try to support them. But they're opening a restaurant right next to Icarus. So
That's a no-brainer.
yeah, so we're working with both of them.
Wow.
With this brewery event, so we're real excited about that. We'll have entertainment, so more to come on that. But that's going to be in May.
right,
So
so
keep your eyes
keep
out
your
for
eyes
that.
peeled for that.
That's going to be a fun event.
Do you have any, just like really fantastic? Do you have a success story that like stands out? That somebody you guys are really made a difference? And I mean, everybody you touch makes a difference. Is there one that really just stands out? For us, there is. It's World War II George. The guy who's been, that we were able to be there for. But like, is there an individual that really?
Wow, there's so many.
Right?
It goes back to our volunteers. Our volunteers, most of them didn't know each other when they started volunteering for us. They met for the first time, and there is 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. They vacation together.
Really?
They go away together.
That's good.
They're like family now.
That became a little
I've never seen anything like it.
Network.
They are such a huge network from different walks of life, different backgrounds, and how they've come together to be a family.
And Feed was the common denominator.
Feed is the common denominator.
That's good. That's a great story to hear.
Yeah, and it's not about me. Like I said, it's not about the officers or the board members. It's watching the volunteers work together, so excited to help the community.
But the board members are very important too. You know what I mean? You got to keep it clean.
I'm not taking anything away from board members. And they donate time, they donate money, they
it's
donate
so much
energy,
behind it, and to get everything wrangled up.
And you know what it takes to be a board member. It's a lot of time, it's a lot of effort away from your family. It's the phone calls, the emails, a lot of behind the scenes that goes on.
Yeah, but when those meals hit and those people are, it really washes that all away.
Yeah, and I've delivered meals on several occasions, and when you bring the meals to these people's houses, and whether they're down on the luck or they're a veteran in need, no matter what, when you giving somebody a meal and to see the appreciation on their face, and you really know they really need that meal, what we do day in and day out, it's giving back is really what it's all about.
Yeah, it's fantastic to hear. What about how's the Need We Feed getting any bigger, or what's your goals in the future? What's on the horizon for the president's behind the president's mind?
Yeah, so there's been a lot of talk about expanding. But expansion, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of energy. We've gotten some new board members last year. They're from the northern Ocean County, southern Monmouth area, like where your restaurant is. And so there's talk about trying to get into Monmouth County, but I think that's still 2 or 3 years away, because we would need like a whole nother board up there, to work with the restaurants up in Monmouth County. But that's definitely something we're looking at down the road. But also,
you might just have heard the start of some sort of collab right there. That could be something that we could talk about.
Our board works well together. We network well together, and we're it's really the same operation under a different name, really, the way I look at it. And
how does someone jump in and help a Need We Feed right now? Like, what is their ways to do so? Right on the website, or
they go on the website. They can contact Patty or Amanda. Amanda's our outreach coordinator. Whether you're looking to become a volunteer, we have a volunteer coordinator, Danielle Bizzanano. She's our new volunteer coordinator. So we do have 3 staff members. Patty is our Director of Development, Amanda is the Outreach Coordinator, and Danielle is the Volunteer Coordinator.
You're at that point where you can have them. That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
Because you need them. That's structure.
It is, sure.
Yeah, you need that structure.
A lot of the grants that we work with, sometimes they include help trying to pay for some of the admin costs as well, especially with the Sustain and Serve grant, as you know. So, but going on our website, you can reach out to any of our board members. You can reach me, mblackwell@aneedwefeed.org. You could email me directly if you want to get involved, whether as an officer or a board member. Obviously, you got to be a board member for a couple of years to become an officer, or just a volunteer. Or you can volunteer weekly. You can volunteer just for our major events like golf outings, casino night.
So right there at aneedwefeed.org, and there's the you said Patty
Trustin and Amanda Brunas.
There's the names right there. If you want to get involved. So I'm so glad we got together today to learn a little bit more about a Need We Feed. And again, we are going to be together supporting supporting each other this April. I love the casino night. You're going to see me there.
Oh, you better. You're right.
I donated.
It's right in your backyard.
Yeah. I donated just on a cruise, and I donated lots of money to them. But
that doesn't go anywhere.
Got me anywhere, but more gas in their boat.
Sure.
But let me tell you, I'll be there. I hope to see you guys there on March 2nd at B2. It's a fabulous evening out. So So be there for a Need We Feed on Casino Night. But we have upcoming on April 22nd our golf outing. This is our 4th year.
Yeah.
And, I have a little, what do we have here that day, what to expect? We have a full day of stunning setting in Manasquan River.
Beautiful
I mean,
Manasquan River.
people, there's a waiting list to get on that. And we're fortunate enough to
Sell
play
it every year, right?
And you know what? It was so beautiful how they embraced the Army. They had at one point they were doing many outings and they cut them down to almost nothing and they left us, which
Right.
was great. We got great prizes that day. I mean,
Yeah.
we first year was $20,000. What's that? The 50-50. Somebody
50-50,
walked out
yeah,
with
yeah.
$10,000. It was
Yeah.
a nice little push for them. We had a lot of community leaders and people going to be there and networking. It was 144 golfers for 4 years straight. Hopefully 4 years. This will be our 4th year. Hopefully we sell it out again.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd say reserve your spot. There's some big names coming through. I don't even want to tell you, but like some really big names.
While we're on that, can I step off camera for 2 seconds?
Sure, you got to use the bathroom,
No,
men's room or
no.
something. So we are going to be at Manasquan River on April 22nd. Please join us as we'll our 4th year teeing it up at Manasquan River. You're back.
I'm back. So, Need We Feed was so gracious that you reached out to us 4 years ago for your original golf outing. You offered to bring us in, open arms. We don't compete. We work together.
No competition.
And you offered to have us be a benefactor of your golf outing.
Gladly, yeah.
And the collaboration in that golf outing, and it grows every year. We make more and more money. We have more and more golfers, and we're feeding more people together.
That's all that matters.
And every year you've cut us a check for $10,000. And we had our first golf outing this past October. It was our inaugural.
Yeah.
And we're looking to make it an annual, no different than
We'll
yours.
be there,
So
yeah.
you're going to run one in the spring. We're looking to run one every
I love
fall.
it. I love it. Look at that.
The officers and board members, we wanted to reciprocate on the money we earned at our golf outing, and we want to present you a check for $10,000 back at you.
Get out of here.
Yes,
Get
sir.
out of here. Are you kidding me? Look at this.
Yes, sir.
Look at this. Chef Lou's Army. From a Need We Feed. Wow, that was brilliant. That is brilliant. That is amazing.
So,
Amazing.
Our partnership continues to grow, and if we can keep doing this to feed more people.
Forget about it. It's
Yeah,
not even a
forget
thing.
about it, yeah.
You guys hear that? Mark Blackwell, a Need We Feed. This is a great day for the Army. It's a great day for a Need We Feed. Please try to, again, go to aneedwefeed.org and take a look at everything they have to offer. They have a lot of stuff there where you can support. Be a part of that casino night. I know I'll be there that night, and everything they have coming up. The Icarus, I know you'll hear more about that on the
Icarus,
site.
yeah,
Yep,
absolutely,
Icarus.
yeah. You got
I
it.
knew I'd said it wrong. But again, I want to thank Wingman Planning for allowing us to be here and making this happen with him and his large crew that he brings in and make this work. And I want to thank Mark from A Need We Feed.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Always a pleasure, Lou.
Guys, look at this.